What's up, y'all? Feel Better TV back in the spot. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you're thinking. On my platforms, I got YouTube, I got Instagram, I got Twitter, got my main page, Philip L. Weatherspoon. Check me out. But anyway, today I'm here to talk about bill reforms. There have been a few different states that have enacted things like this. Most recently, New York. The earliest one was New Jersey. They did bill reform in 2017, and basically it consisted of no cash bails for low level offenses, non-violent offenses, misdemeanors. Basically, you can only be held if you were a risk of flight or if you committed or a danger to the community, and basically violent offenses. Judge determined those with a PSA, which is basically a public safety assessment. It's basically looking into the crimes you committed, I guess, your history. They determine whether or not you be a flight risk or a danger to the community. It's still a chance for unequal deployment of this because I think at present it's still at the judge's discretion. So you can never look at law enforcement as being even-handed, especially if you melanated. You know, the next state that did one was Alaska. They enacted a cash bill reform in 2018. And pretty much it was the same as what was enacted in New Jersey the previous year, which was low-level offenses. But they added a distinction with Class C felonies, so misdemeanors and Class C felonies. So again, non-violent offenses, you know. And they did have a caveat, which is violent offenses, high risk scores they were determined. So it was basically the same thing with the public safety assessment, what they did a risk assessment. Because I think in Alaska they were looking at it in terms of incarceration and incarcerating people that were presumed, which is basically what happens with all of the charges. You lose that presumption of innocence because you're in jail. Well, in detention, whatever. But it costs $150 a day in Alaska for detention of people that were presumed innocent. So I guess they did the cost efficiency of that, and with them not being a populous place, I guess that cost efficiency way better. Who knows? And last year, actually, New York, they enacted a bill reform. New York State, they enacted the bill reform also. And theirs was a little bit more detailed, and I like what they had going on. Again, they had mandatory appearance at the time of arrest for misdemeanors. So instead of them detaining you or sending you to jail, they could just write you a ticket for mandatory appearance for nonviolent offenses and misdemeanors. They actually had a mandate too for the release of a swath of crimes. You know, again, air quotes, swath. But there was never a clarification on what that swath was. So it's left to assumption. So that's something that can be determined by the judge, which again leads to uneven, unfair rulings on all of this. For, you know, I say it, and I mean it. There was parsimony and conditions of release, which is basically them having conditions with releases from jail, which is drug testing and house arrest, where you wearing that ankle bracelet. They have drug programs and counseling, and like I said, parole. The cost of those could run from $5 to $25 a day, and that come to you. So they're taking that cost away. This is only in New York though, so it looks like that's a good thing with that. And again, with this, felonies and select misdemeanors, they still would have that bail. They still be have bail mandatory, I guess. And and again, they have the risk assessment and data collection, which is again the public safety assessment that was mentioned in New Jersey, and they called it a risk score in Alaska. So here in New York, it's a risk assessment. And again, they do data collection on all of these. And the other good thing about them with the bails, when they did have bail situations, they put the cost of the bill on the ability to pay the person that was doing it and weigh the crime also, and judging on what that bill would be. So those are good mandates that went forward in that. The bad part about this is that 3 months later, New York amended this. They made it seem like it was for public safety, but again, it looks like they just wanted to make sure they still had a bail and jail system, in place. So with the amendment they had, sex offenders and witness tampering, that those who have mandatory bails. Burglaries, where you were caught in the home, those will have bails. Sex trafficking, promoting obscene sexual performance of a child, which I understand that also. The part that leaves me a little leery and not trustful of it is they basing in the cases of repeat offenders, persistent offenders, they could have bails, but again, with how cases run with and the unfair judgment, I don't see that as being fair. And they also weigh if you were on probation at the time of an alleged crime, because all of this is alleged. That could cause you to have a bail. And if you had pending cases again of an alleged crime that was alleged to have happened when you were arrested, that could cause you to have bail. Now, I wanted to look at all of these and highlight that these are initiatives that should go forward actually across the country, and it should be weighed because as most knowing people know, that the legal system is geared towards mostly us. You look in the jail populations in the court systems, a lot of the people look like me. So these bail situations give people who are not presumed innocent because they're in jail. Well, previously they were in jail, but on the presumption of innocence. Now you get to live your life while you are fighting these cases. So that's a good thing to look forward to, and I'm hoping that things like this will go forward in other places around the country. So I just want to let that information be out there for the masses and something to look forward to. Today I'm actually promoting one of my jewelers, the Divine and Align Jewelry. I don't know if I can get this in the shot. I don't know. It's my hand is not steady. Sorry about that. But Divine and Align Jewelry, she made this lovely piece for me. I got another piece that I'll be wearing in the other videos. And I wanted to give her some shine because she's an awesome person. She has awesome jewelry. It's not just for men. It's mostly women. But I like this piece. So yay. But anyway, Divine and Align Jewelry, and I'm also wearing a t-shirt. I forget the vendor, and I apologize for that, but she knows who she is. The shirt says "Mix with Melanin and God." But I appreciate all of y'all. I mean, I want you to look forward to more content coming from me. Feel Better TV. Feel Better TV. Check me out. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you're thinking. I appreciate your time. Stick with me because I'm gonna get better. These podcasts are gonna get longer, and there's gonna be more content also. And I actually plan on coming back to you later today with my perspective on the bail system, because I was caught up in that system, and I know a lot of other people that are caught up in it also. So Giving my perspective on it later. Right now, I have some things to do. Again, appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Love y'all, man. Peace out.